Thank you very much, the Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources has just joined us. We will, yes, this morning, the Sector Minister who performed a task of inaugurating the Appiatse reconstruction implementation team. And I will go ahead to kindly call on the Chief Director to give us a welcome remarks.
Thank you very much, MC. Yeah, the members of Parliament here are very hard pressed with time. They have to be in Parliament, so we'll make it very snappy. And so, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you to this important assignment, to witness this important assignment today. We've been, aftermath of the Appiatse accident, the ministry has been involved in a raft of interventions and activities, including investigations, mobilization of relief, and the setting up of the Appiatse support fund. These are basically software aspects of intervention. Now, today, we have to get to the hardware. And basically, we need to reconstruct Appiatse. And so the minister has set up a 7-member committee or team to oversee the reconstruction of the community. So this morning we are here to inaugurate that committee. So welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Chief Director, Professor Patrick Agbesi-Nyami. We will respectfully call on the Sector Minister, the Honorable Samuel A. Jinapo, to deliver his inaugural statement.
Thank you very much, PRO, Honorable Deputy Ministers, Chief Director, the Chairperson of the Appiatse Support Fund, Joyce, Chairperson of the Minerals Commission, members of the Commission, CEO of the Minerals Commission, Chief Directors herein assembled, distinguished guests, our revered Chief from Appiatse, Nana, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, so we've met here again in this conference room of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. And as somebody said, it looks like the ministry has now become an Appiatse ministry. But for good reasons, because the President has charged us to make sure that we remain on top of this situation and we respond to this horrific incident very strongly and forcefully, and government continues to be on top of this particular matter and this situation. And after this inauguration, I will have the opportunity to have a tete-a-tete with Nana, who is the Chief of Appiatse, to get some updates as to how matters are unfolding in the community. But the reports we are receiving from the Regional Coordinating Council has said that, by and large, some sense of normalcy is returning to the community. And clearly we have to continue. What is the important point I have to make is that when incidents like this happen, they bring up all kinds of situations. They throw out all kinds of matters which have to be handled, which have to be dealt with. As you know, as the Chief Director rightly pointed out, we've sought to conduct some investigations. We've got a report. We've stated the report. We are seeking to act on the report as I speak to you now, and very soon we'll be communicating to the country the consequences of the investigations or the consequences of the presentation of the report. So that's one aspect of it. There is the other aspect of trying to raise funds from the citizens and residents of Ghana and well-wishers of Ghana to support the victims. And indeed, that is also very much ongoing under the able chairpersonship of Madame Joyce Ayi. I think that a lot of work is being done in that respect. And then we are here to deal with the really all-important major aspect of this incident, which is the reconstruction of the community of Appiatse. And the president has been very strong on that the community should be rebuilt. And whatever we have to do to rebuild the community, the president is charged, the ministry and allied organs of the government to ensure that that happens. And so this morning we have met, and so this morning we are assembled here to outdoor the Appiatse Reconstruction Project Implementation Team, which is a multi-sectorial, multi-departmental team to oversee the reconstruction of the community. And the team will be chaired by my deputy minister, the deputy minister for lands and natural resources, who is responsible for lands and forestry, and who himself is a surveyor in good standing, an experienced surveyor in good standing, Honorable Benito Owusu-Bio. The Ministry of Works and Housing, which is the ministry responsible for public housing in Ghana, has a representative on this committee or this team, and has nominated the Director of Housing at the Ministry of Works and Housing, Mr. Sylvanus Ajonu, to be a member. Because the president has asked us to build this community as a model Ghanaian village community, which is green and which is sustainable and which is well laid out and which can be an example for other developments in the future, development of communities and villages in our country in the future. We want to ensure that the agency or the organ of government which is responsible for planning communities and planning townships has a representation on this team. We have a representative of the Land Use and Spatial Planning Authority, previously called Town and Country Planning, which is the agency responsible for planning of townships and communities. And they have nominated an official by name, Mr. Kojo Yabua, who is also a member of this team. We want to ensure that the architectural fraternity of our country are involved, and by that I mean the Ghanaian architectural fraternity are involved in this whole development, so that they can bring their expertise and they can bring their experience to bear. And therefore, the ministry reached out to the Ghana Institute of Architects to nominate somebody from the Ghana Institute of Architects to be a member of this team, so that they can also bring their expertise to bear in whatever we seek to do as a government. The Ghana Institute of Architects is nominated a very experienced architect of high repute. Mr. Charles Blanson-Hemans is a member of this team. Many of you may be aware that one of the industries in our country which is well experienced in resettlement is the Ghana Chamber of Mines. I don't know if the country knows about that, but as minister, I've come to understand that the Ghana Chamber of Mines and large-scale mining companies resettle villages and communities almost on a yearly basis. And I've been to some of these communities where whole villages have been resettled, and palaces are built, mosques, churches, and all of that. And so they have a lot of experience. And so the ministry felt that the Ghana Chamber of Mines should be part and parcel of this whole arrangement because of the expertise they have in resettlement. And therefore, the Ghana Chamber of Mines has nominated a resettlement specialist to be a member of this committee or this team in the person of Mr. Robert Jemfi. And of course, we cannot make any progress if the surveyors are not around the table. And the Ghana Institute of Surveyors is also nominated somebody to be a member of this team. Is the person of Nana Nyamache Bafo is also a member of this team. And finally, but not the least, perhaps even the most important member of the team, is that if you are going to build a community for a group of people and for you're trying to build a township for a community, the community must have a say. They must have an input. And their way of living, their way of doing things, and their customary or cultural practices must all find expression in whatever effort we make and whatever projects we eventually agree to. And therefore, we reached out to the Appiatse community to nominate a representative to serve on this team. And they have nominated our very beloved Nana, who has been at the forefront and who's shown a lot of leadership in all of this effort. The divisional chief of Beppo, Nana Atakojo Bremibi, the second. So this is a 7-member team. It's Bremibi, the second. This is a 7-member team, and just to put it in very simple terms, the team is responsible to ensure that the community is built from the design through to sourcing for a developer and developing the community until such time that it will be fully constructed, and hopefully the president will go and commission the community, and then the people of Appiatse will then come back to live in their community in peace and harmony. I must make 2 final points. The first is that the president is instructed that this community should be green and it should be sustainable. And therefore, everything to do with the design, the construction, and the eventual realization of this project must be anchored on a green and sustainable model. And this is where the world is heading to. Secondly, we have invited the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation to be here. The Chief Director is here with us, my good friend. We've also invited some of the key utility institutions of our country, like ECG, the urban roads, and other agencies of government to be here. I make this point because this effort is supposed to be multi-sectorial, and therefore I'm expecting that this team will co-opt membership from all these other agencies so that we can have a holistic approach in dealing with this matter. Because to build a community will mean to provide them with water, to provide them with sanitary amenities, electricity, and all of that. So I'm expecting that my able deputy minister will offer the necessary leadership to bring the various parts of the government to contribute to this noble vision of President Akufo-Addo. We cannot build this community if Madam Joyce Ayi is unable to raise the necessary funding. The effort the Benito Usibio committee will be making is principally anchored on how well Madam Joyce Ayi's committee does. And so please, ladies and gentlemen, and to our countrymen and women, and also friends and residents of Ghana, we are calling upon you to contribute to the fund so that we can build a community for the people of Appiatse. I thank you so very much. And with Minerals Commission, let me thank you for being the second donors and following the donation of the president. Madam, my donation is coming very soon, so don't worry. So with these words, the Deputy Minister, your team is inaugurated. I have confidence in the team, and I believe that you do a wonderful job. So we will hear from the chair of the committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Nananum, colleague members of the team, our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. On behalf of the team, I want to affirm that we fully accept the assignment given us, and we are totally committed to delivering on our mandate. We are humbled by the fact that you have handed us such an important assignment. Honorable Minister, the whole world knows about what happened at Appiatse last month. The responsibility to oversee the reconstruction of Appiatse is an important and sovereign responsibility. As spelled out in our mandate, we must rebuild this township into a green and environmentally sustainable community, which will be a model for other mining communities. We recognize that if we do our work well, not only will we be providing critical relief to many families, but also to remind Ghanaians that we are a resilient and inventive people who can bounce back from any setback. We wish to assure the people of Appiatse that we shall serve with utmost dedication. We ask all and sundry to cooperate with us. We are open to your ideas, advice, and feedback. I am confident that if all stakeholders work with each other with respect and cordiality, we can rebuild Appiatse to the glory of God. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, Madam Barbara Otinjesi, Nano Pay, Mijina Wasapiasi, Achankunya, Anemu, Eda, President Nana Adidankwa Ekufu Asi, and Amon Penny for Yeshiaha and Pay, the Munasi. Sir, as of Cassie, eto Appiatse no, Nana Adidankwa, one Nachi, and Yain, was so a same no more than na anopei ile pie ha no nsema atudwa no ama makoma atomyam minim se yenuam lekuduka ono nso oye yewase ye firi ho Madam Barbara Otinjesi ono nso firi ho nti sansem we a abeto ye nyina yesu enye nko aye de whole Ghana ono nso na abeto yeso sampe ni nso wo abemu de na elesa nsebgo de abetulo ni se omebeboa na Appiatse fufuro bi na Ghana man nyina so yenyaji so asem kasi we a eto ye no yesre se ebinsi bi na yebo ho ban so mo ho ban se sa asem kasi we ebinsi Ghana bi da ma mpanyina se ene mpanyifo a mahie mo ha nyina edamu nyina ase.
Thank you very much, Nana. Honorable Minister, respectfully, we will call on you to join Nana and the other members for a group photograph. That's it. Thank you very much. For today, I read the please.